The more time you spend on Facebook, the more likely you are to become depressed. I'm sorry if you're watching this on Facebook, I appreciate the irony, but you've got to be told. I wanted to understand, why is that? What's really going on? So I went to the first ever internet rehab centre. If you look at the figures, you'd think a lot of people around you should be in that rehab centre. The average teenager sends 100 texts a day. The average person, including adults, checks their phone every 6.5 minutes. And 42% of people never turn off their phone. That's never. Hilary Cash, one of the brilliant people who runs that rehab centre, said to me, you've got to understand this in a wider context. A lot of the people who end up in that rehab centre are young men who become obsessed with multiplayer games like World of Warcraft. What these games are giving these young men is the thing that they are no longer getting from the society and culture. You get a tribe, you get a chance to earn status, a chance to rise. You get the possibility of connecting with other people who care about something that you care about. You get to feel that you are noticed by other people. These are the things that have been declining in our culture long before the internet. To me, one of the most interesting things about the internet is the coincidence of when it arrives in history. For years before the internet, social connection had been declining, the number of friends people had been declining, and then the internet arrives and it appears to offer you status updates, Facebook friends. But the more I looked at it, the more I realised it's kind of like a parody of the thing we've lost. As I looked at the evidence, I began to think it was a bit like the relationship between porn and sex, right? If you're completely sex-starved and you're given some porn, it will meet a certain basic itch. You won't feel the deep satisfaction that you get from having sex with another person. A similar thing has happened in the relationship between social media and social life. As Hilary Cash said, and as the people in that internet rehab centre discover, the core of what we need is face-to-face, meaningful social communication. We evolved to see each other as animals, to feel and smell each other, to touch each other. We did not evolve to interact with people through flat screens. Our obsession with Facebook is partly a symptom of a much deeper disconnection that's been going on for a long time, but it's then making that symptom worse. One of the things we have to do is start having conversations about how we reconnect with what's meaningful. And a lot of that means leaving behind a lot of the time we're currently spending on these unhealthy ways of interacting.
To find out more about what really causes depression and anxiety and how to solve them, read Lost Connections by Johann Hari.